Alright, so we're getting into month 2 of the 52 Weeks of Gaming, so week 5 is here, and with it comes Dead Cells. And this is a game that I've seen plenty of people go and play as far as speedruns and these really cool video compilations of it, and so I had to go and jump on it because it looked like a lot of fun, and it is something that I kind of had ideas of what to expect from watching, but wasn't fully aware of what I was getting into. And with Dead Cells being a roguelite Metroidvania action platformer, is what they call itself, where the castle level that you're playing through, this game that you're playing through, the levels are constantly shifting. Sure, you have a certain order for the zones that you go into, and depending on the abilities that you can unlock, you can go into other ones, but it's constantly shifting. You're constantly having to go and adapt, and so it's made this kind of unique genre that they're considering as a Roguevania, because it's a roguelite Metroidvania game, and so it's kind of put together in this 2D, somewhat similar to Dark Souls as all things are, compared in combat, and how you have to dodge things and get power-ups. And it's made by a company called Motion Twin, who is based out of Bordeaux, France. Game came out in 2017, so definitely been around for a bit of time and on pretty much everything that anyone plays anymore. So, PC, Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of fun things that I really enjoyed about this game because of the overall mechanics of fighting and going through, and each time the game is different. It makes it a lot of fun. It makes it so there's tons of different things to go and do inside the game, and the weapons that you can go and choose, and the skills that you go and choose makes each run a bit different. Sure, you may go and find the same weapons over and over, but once you get to the end, you can go and get this extra, basically, difficulty setting that gets unlocked, and you use that, and you can go and make it harder, makes it so health isn't as easily accessible in the waiting areas between the zones, makes enemies tougher, and you can just kind of increase it there. And there is this overall lore that you find out in the background with different zones with different things, and of this virus that basically turned everyone into, like zombies and monsters and things like that, and killed a lot of different people. And that's why there's so much to it, and it's so interesting. But because of the number of different ways that you can go and play a game like this, that you can go and mess around with settings and terms of how difficult things are and the weapons that you go and do, and because the layouts change, you have to really explore everything in each zone to really go and find the possible hidden paths that you go on, or hidden doors, or different ways to access different levels. Because I know I had to do it probably 4 or 5 times just to go and unlock all the different skills that were needed, because there might be one that allows you to go and climb on walls, like the spider ability, and you don't have that initially, and you had to get the ram ability before that, and then you had to go and get the vine ability before that in order to go and find the ram, to find the spider, and to find all these different unlockables that you can go and get, and find all these different things that you can go and do. And it's something that I like in games, that there's a high replayability to it, just because of how much there is to go and do. And as I said, no two runs through this game are alike, and they don't go that long. I mean, I think there's the timer, so it goes and shows you how long you can possibly go through or take to go through each level. And if you complete a level or a zone under a certain amount of time, then cool, you might go and unlock a door that goes and gives you an extra weapon or an extra perk, or if you kill a certain number of enemies without taking damage, then you go and unlock a door depending on the zone that you're going into. And all of these things put together make a super interesting game. And I think it's something that people who like these games that shuffle and twist the levels around and you have these upgrades that you can go and get through difficulty and weapons, and you can do different perks and different play styles that you want to go and do, that I think everyone would want to go and give it a shot, because it's definitely worth it. It's definitely something that is worth the time to go and do and play, and it's super enjoyable and a lot of fun, and I know I had a ton of fun with it, and it's something that I really enjoyed going and doing, and I'm going to keep playing it because there's still plenty to go and do. There's 5 different difficulty unlockable levels to get to, and I've only done 1 because I'm only that skilled at the moment, but it's something that there's some runs that I get super close to the end, and then there's some runs that I die out on the first level because it's just too much, and I don't plan it out accordingly, and it's fun to go and figure out and do. So I'm gonna keep playing it. We're gonna have fun with it in the future. I know I'm gonna go and probably talk about it more, but yeah, I think everyone should go and play it, because Dead Cells is a fun, fantastic Roguevania game.